It is important where you work that you have an incident response team. If you work at a startup company like I do, where there's only 7 people, the incident response team is me. However, when I worked at larger companies, we had a formal incident response team. If you have an incident response team that is separate from the application security team, it is highly likely that they have had training in how to respond to incidents and handle them well, and digital forensics. So how to investigate all the things on your network or on a Windows machine, etc. It is rare that anyone has had application security incident response or forensics training. That is rare. This is where you as the AppSec person may be called upon by the incident response team to help them look over some database logs. So we see stuff is happening. Could you de-obfuscate this code for us? We see something's happening. What does this mean? Does it look like this attack was successful or not? And this is where you can help them. I am a super duper team player. I always go help another team if they need me. I think everyone should act that way, but maybe I am silly. It is my advice that if you are an AppSec person, that you offer to lend your services. If you have not met the incident response team yet, I suggest that you go and you introduce yourself and say, "Hi, I'm the application security person. If there's a security incident with one of my apps, I would love to know. Here's where my inventory is. Here's where that is. I have these tools at my disposal. And if something happens with my apps, I want to know and I want to help." This will be music to their ears, trust me. If you are a security champion or a security-minded software developer that is taking this course, first of all, thumbs up to you, you're awesome. And second of all, if there is no AppSec team, go and introduce yourself to the incident response team and say, "Listen, I'm super into this, and if something happens, I am there for you. If you need me to read database logs or read app logs or interpret some stuff for you or write a script for you, I want in." That's how I got in. That's how I ended up on the incident response team. I got asked, I begged and pleaded to come along on an incident. And then during the meeting, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can read the code. Oh, this is happening. Oh crap, that looks bad." And they're just like, "Oh, you are now part of this team." And I was like, "What? I thought I was just sitting in." And then before I knew it, I got to investigate an incident, and it was so cool. I mean, being attacked wasn't cool, but investigating and doing forensics was amazing. I totally loved it. You might love it too. It's very, very interesting to do detective work. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. It is really important that your incident response team has training. It is really important that as the application security person or the security-minded developer or security champion, that you know what they need from you. If they will send you on incident response training, it is my advice that you go. It is so interesting. It is so exciting. If they do security exercises or simulations, if you are allowed to participate with them, I strongly suggest you go. I cannot tell you how much I learned in that type of training. I do tend to take almost any training I'm offered if it's related to security because I just love learning. However, I think that this might help you be able to find and recognize incidents that are happening or that have happened that previously you thought was just a crash. All of this leads to better security for your entire organization. That's training.